Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2007 General Manager Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. Alright, so last episode was an absolute blockbuster. It was the first one of the series, and there's a lot to talk about that episode, but we're going to give you guys a quick little recap of what exactly happened. So, of course, we did have the big draft. We are playing as Monday Night Raw, so let's go through the roster very quickly. So let's go to our popularity. So this is what we have. We have Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, Batista, John Cena, Undertaker, Randy Orton, RVD, Booker T, Melina, JBL, Lita, Benjamin, Stratus, Nitro, James, Big Show, Kane, Masters, Mercury, and Candice Michelle. That's our roster. And these are our champions. Kurt Angle's our WWE champion. Mercury and Nitro, M&M are our tag champions. Shelton Benjamin is our IC champion. And Mickie James is our women's champion. And we also have a couple of rivalries in play, so we'll have a quick run through of our rivalries. So we actually did add a couple more from last episode. So we have Angle and Taker, they're going to feud for the title, obviously. Cena and Eddie as our big secondary feud. Our IC title feud with Shelton Benjamin and JBL. Our tag team title feud with Big Show and Kane and M&M. Mickie James and Lita for the Divas title, or women's title I should say. I'm thinking I'm in 2015, but this is back in the day when the women's title wasn't trash and wasn't a fucking butterfly. And our other Divas feud is Melina and Trish, and then this one's a bit of a throwaway, just two guys not really doing anything. Let's put them together to make the ratings slightly better. Orton and RVD. And maybe, you know, whoever wins this rivalry, whoever comes out best, might go on to the IC title, or maybe, you know, get in line for a bigger, better push. I don't know. We can do anything. It's GMO. We're in control. We have all the power. So, one of the things I was very frustrated about in our roster, as you can see, we have Eminem, as you can see, and we have Big Show and Kane, but we don't really have any other tag teams, and that's a little bit of a concern. Now, if you watch my SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode, that's where we went wrong. We didn't have enough tag teams. Now, we did have a very small roster, mind you. This time we have a bigger roster. We have the room to move, but still, we've only got 2 tag teams, so we really need to get one more tag team. Unfortunately, who do we get rid of? That's the big issue. You know, do we get rid of, you know, Shelton Benjamin, JBL? You know, we don't really want to. The only real option is Chris Masters and Candice Michelle. Now, I like Chris Masters, contrary to unpopular belief. You know, whatever you want to say about Chris Masters, I'm a fan. I used to like him. I like the gimmick. And Candice Michelle, I was going to trade her out for Tori Wilson anyways when she got her popularity high enough, hopefully. But she may never get there, so we may as well trade her out and bring in someone that we're probably going to use more often, and that's a tag team. Now, unfortunately, once again, there's not many tag teams that we can really bring in, so we have one tag team option of Daivari and Great Khali, and we also have William Regal and Paul Burchill. Now, Paul Burchill, if you don't know who he is, yeah, he was a pirate guy. So, that's that. We don't really have that many options, though, which is a problem. The only option that I really see viable for my roster is Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch. So, I'm thinking about bringing these 2 guys in. Now, the problem with this is, not only do we have a full roster, but we have negative 50,000. We can't afford to bring someone else in. Even if we release Candice, we don't have enough money to sign anybody. No one's going to sign for free. So we need to earn some money, and that's an issue. We have to wait it out, earn some money, and that's going to take some time. So probably in the next couple of weeks, we're going to try and sign Cade and Murdoch. Try and get them early before SmackDown snaps them up, if they even think about doing it. I don't think they will. I think they're safe, but just in case, before SmackDown gets them. And as well as that, just so we can have a new tag team and get them going early on. We don't have to mess around, and we don't want to bring them in, you know, 3 months in the GM mode and they're both at 50 popularity. That's not a good thing. We want to bring them in now whilst everyone's down and out, and, you know, raise them up whilst we can. So this was our last week's Raw. So it was a 2.5-star rated show. It wasn't all that great. We had a couple 3-star matches. Obviously, our main event was decent. Guerrero and Cena was decent, and Randy and Batista was decent, but our other matches were not so great. Even a 2-star match between our tag team feud, that's also very concerning as well. And this is what I love. I love Sunday Night Heat. This is probably one of my favorite features of GM mode, having the ability to use heat and velocity. Fantastic. So we didn't really have much going on there either. we didn't actually fill up all the matches either, so it's not a bad thing. I mean, we're using the roster well, but you know, it would be nice to have a full match on every single match. Alright, so this week's show. So what I learned last week was not to book Heat first, book Heat last, book the main event of Monday Night Raw first. Now, we've done a couple matches already, so Undertaker and John Cena will team up to take on Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle. Now, this is going to be a great match, and obviously these are our two biggest rivalries. Let's put them together as a tag team, keep the rivalries going, simple. As well as that, we have RVD and Randy Orton, so don't be fooled by the orange. I'm going to fix that up. I accidentally did the match twice, but yes, Orton and Van Dam, they are currently in a feud, so that'll be our, that'll be our fifth match. We need to get more money, so obviously going to do a promo for more money. We might do the tag team match here. Last week we did a straight up tag team. This week we might do the singles with managers, if it'll let us. There we go. We'll do the singles with managers, so that means we can't have Melina out there, but that's okay. She can have a singles match. I think she's feuding with Trish, if I recall. So we'll have Nitro versus Kane, 1-on-1. So that's what we had, the second duplicate. We need to change this. So at the moment, Booker T and Batista both do not have rivalry, so that's a little bit of a concern. So we might put Melina in here. Melina and Trish, I believe they had a match last week, but we're going to do the rematch anyways, just to keep that one going. It's only a 3-week feud, so we might as well have them feuding and facing each other a number of times. And I guess we need to do another money grab. So merchandise, the merchandise isn't really, I don't know, is the merchandise all that great of an option? I really don't know. Advertising's always a decent reward. But the thing is, you don't get the profit until the following week, so we probably will get our 300,000 profit from last week very soon, so that'll be nice. We really do need that, and if we can get that money, then maybe we'll be able to sign Cade Murdoch at the end of the episode. But we'll do the merchandise just to change it up. Maybe it will be better. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So as well as that, we have a couple more rivalries we've got to get through. So we have the IC title. So we had a triple threat last week. So this week we'll just do a straight up singles. Actually, no, we'll do a tag team. We'll put Chris Masters in here. So we'll do JBL and Chris Masters. I believe though we had RVD involved. So this week we won't have RVD. But we do have Batista and Booker T that's both available, both doing nothing. So we can obviously throw one of those guys in there, and that will also boost up the rating. So that's not a bad option. I guess we could have done Batista and Booker T 1-on-1. That would have been a decent option as well. We'll see. We'll have a check. Who do we have left? Oh, that's our inactive. That's the one we want. So there we go. We only have Booker T and 3 divas left. So we're only really going to just fill the card up. And I guess we'll just have we'll use them all up, and we'll just have a singles with 2 managers. So we'll have Candice as a manager, we'll have Booker T as a manager, and I believe it's Mickie James and Lita. I believe Lita is the clean, and Mickie James is the dirty, the heel and the baby face. There we go. So this is a quick check. We've got no one available. So unfortunately we won't have any matches on Heat unless we want to do duplicates, which may not be a great, I don't know, is it a bad option? Will it affect the ratings? I mean, it is Heat, so our ratings on Heat aren't really affecting Monday Night Raw, if I can recall. At least that's from my knowledge. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but it won't be a real big deal. So we'll leave it at that. Next week we'll get back to Heat, but this week we'll just leave it. We'll confirm the match card. So nothing on Heat. We're going to pick a match this week. We did the big main event last week. Now, this main event is great. I'm very tempted to play this one again, but we should probably spice it up a little bit and change it up. So you know what? I am going to do the opening match. So we're going to do Mickie James and Lita, our women's feud, and we're going to we'll play as the challenger Lita in our opening contest. Alrighty, so here comes Mickie James. She is our women's champion at the moment. And she's got Candice Michelle by her side, looking good. as Booker T would say. And of course Booker T will be ringside in this one as well. I don't like how they don't have the title along the way unless it's a title match. I mean, that's a bit of a mistake to me, but nonetheless, it is what it is. And here comes her opponent. It's good old Lita, and damn, she's looking good too. Jeez, back in 2007, 2006, jeez, she was amazing. But I never actually played as the Divas. Like, I never really had the Divas on my roster back in the day, so I never really got to see what they look like. I don't remember ever using them. Like, if I did have them, I never really played as them either. Like, I never really used the Divas at all. So this is a bit of a new experience for me. Like an old game, new experience. And I've obviously played a lot of hours in this game, but I never really used the Divas. So I think it's will be kind of fun to actually get a chance to try them out. Alrighty, here we go. The match is about ready to load up right now. And obviously, our Divas title match. We got Lita and Mickie James. As we got Mickie James, got a bit of opening offense in on Lita, but she hits back. I think Lita will have some pretty cool moves we can pull out. So she'll have a pretty good move set, I would say. Ooh. As Mickie James grabs us, trying to go for the reversal. Now I've noticed that like getting reversals in this game is kind of difficult. Like I rarely get them. Like at the moment, obviously I haven't played this game. There's a couple matches into my experience on this game, but yeah, getting reversals in this game is a little bit more difficult compared to the newer games, at least. So this will be a bit more of a challenge for me, anyways, when playing the matches. And speaking of the matches, like how often am I going to play the matches? Like I didn't play them all the time last time at GMO, but I do like to play the matches sometimes because I guess, you know, sometimes the simulated matches back in the day weren't all that fun, weren't all that great, but it'd be good to kind of play as some of our wrestlers and divas and build them up. And one of the ways you got to build up wrestlers in this game, build up their popularity, is by winning. So I guess if we really want to try and work towards having someone like go for the title eventually or become a future star on our show, we need to play as them more often and make sure they get the wins as we get sent over the top rope by Mickie James. So that's not a real good start. Not what we wanted. As again, I couldn't get the reversals, so it's kind of difficult. And the reversals a little bit more tough to do, which is like I said, not too bad, but definitely more difficult to get the popularity going as Booker T. I don't know, what the hell are you doing in the ring, Booker? What the hell was that? What the hell? Okay, so I need to try and figure out some of these controls. How do we get back in the ring? Is it good? There we go. Okay, I figured it out. I'm wondering what was the run button. It's triangle, as you can see, it's not really working out for me very well at all. I'm trying to run and get Mickie James. It's not really all that great, but hey, it's these games are great. Like I love this game for GMO. Like I never really played the game all that much. It was just more about the GMO factor to me. Which GMO in this game is just perfect, unbelievably fantastic. Love everything about it. As we're a bit down on our stamina. So Mickie James is definitely in control at the moment. We're struggling a little bit. I always found it difficult to pick which one was. Like, is it going to be a punch? You click L2, or is it going to be a grapple and you press R2? I always found that difficult, so I just kind of stuck with the R2s. I didn't mind taking a punch, but I didn't really want to get suplexed or something like that. As we do actually get a reversal this time, and oh, we speared the ref. So there you go. Like you run. When you run, it really has no direction. You know, like when you run, you can't change your run mid-run. You can't do anything with it. So I guess I probably should stop trying to run. It's not really working out for me at all whilst the ref is down and out. I mean, we probably could get Booker T in here and try and help us out. But this is a bit of a learning curve still. Like, you know, even though it's an old game, like you go back to these old games, they've all got completely different controls, so you have to learn it all again, and you kind of get used to the control system on the new ones. So like the controls on the old game were not great. They were pretty bad. But oh shit, Mickie James. Oh, there's the big kick. We might be in trouble. Uh-oh. She's trying to make us tap out. No, we're good. We're good. So Mickie James looking good. I mean, she is the champ for a reason. And I think it was a good decision to give Mickie James the belt. Obviously, it improved her popularity just enough to kind of you know, keep her. You know, if we had to put it on leader, she would have been about 71, which, yes, it would have been a good idea. But then again, you know, if we had a rivalry with Mickie James, you would be wondering why Mickie James, because she's about 62 overall popularity. So it just wouldn't make sense. You know, it wouldn't be the best idea. But now that Mickie James is kind of even Stevens with all the divas, I think that's a better idea to have in the long term. As we tried a submission of our own here on Mickie James, who counters, pushes us away. Oh, and she just throws those forearms into our back. So Mickie James, I guess, you know, we only have the 4 divas, and like I said, that's a very concerning for me. I think definitely it's an issue, because how many do you really need? How many do you want? Do you go with 5, 6, and you take up majority of the roster as the women? That's a risk, because I think the women only have the 1 title. So, you know, obviously, if they're not going for the women's title, they're not really doing anything. Whereas the men, you can put them in a tag team. You can put them. Oh, we're gonna tap you. We're done. Oh no, we're still good. Very close to tapping out though, but. Just to finish that off, we can put him in a tag team, put him in an IC. You can do so much more with him, which is why the women's always more difficult. 2, I think we're done, and we are. Wow, Mickie James just absolutely dominated us. We couldn't get out of the blocks. Mickie James, what a win. As Candace celebrates too. She didn't do anything, but she can celebrate. Mickie James, man, we just got dominated. We just, wow. I couldn't get anything in. Mickie James is countering everything. We had nothing. So that's a very, very impressive win by Mickie James in our matchup for today. Well done to her. That was tough work. So we've got a little bit more learning to do. We've got to try and master this new control setup. We've got to figure out all the moves. We've got to remember how to play. But we're going to get there. Future episodes, I guess you guys can join me on the journey of me getting better at the game as we go. So that'll be a little bit exciting as well. But you know, obviously we're not going to play all the matches all the time. But when we do play, we want to make sure we are effective. But hey, it's always cool that I can lose, so it's not exactly predictable. But did get the loss there against Mickie James. So let's go ahead. We're going to check out the rest of the card. So we'll simulate the rest. So obviously Mickie James beat Lita just then. JBL and Chris Masters got the victory over Shelton Benjamin and Batista. Okay, so JBL, he is in contention for the IC title, so him getting a victory, that's a good thing. We kind of want that. Trish got the victory over Melina, and Eminem defeated Kane and Big Show again. Okay, so Nitro 1-on-1 beating Kane. So Kane and Big Show, I don't know what's going on with them, but they haven't been able to get a victory yet. RVD wins again. It's 2 in a row for him. He beat Randy Orton. And our big main event, Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle pick up the W. So Angle revenging his loss from last week, getting the victory over Undertaker and John Cena. Okay, so let's go check out how we did. So last week we did win the ratings. We were in front. So how do we do this week? No, SmackDown. SmackDown was 60,000, so they practically got all our fans back that we stole last week. Not a great... Oh, they got 3.5 star. Wow. So we got a 3-star show. So that was better. That was a bit of an improvement, but SmackDown really went all out. Big show for them. So well done. As let's go check out. So pretty much very similar. So 2.5, 2.5. Our tag match again is lacking. So that's where we're really going wrong. 3-star and 3 stars. So at the currently, apparently we only got 2.5 star rating, but it said on that we got 3-star. But SmackDown, well, oh wow. So their main events were big. But you can see they had a steel cage tornado tag and an ultimate submission match. So they kind of went all out. They put some stips on their matches. That's fine. We don't really want to do that yet. We don't want to put the stipulations in because we've got Backlash in a couple of weeks. So we don't want to, throw all our eggs in one basket just quite yet. Backlash is going to be our big show. We want to make sure that our matches on that card are as great as it can be. We don't want to spoil anything yet. We don't want to do too much just quite yet. So let's have a quick look at our roster. Kurt Angle's popularity went up, so that's good. He's on 89 now. That's great. So where else can we really see an improvement? I think RVD might have went up a little bit. Booker T going down. JBL. I think Melina kind of I don't know. Lita, I think, went up. I think Benjamin might have went down. So yeah, Mickey James, I think she stayed the same actually. But yeah, so not too bad. Chris Masters, I think, went up again, so he's doing okay. So when we get rid of him, which I think we can do now, so we could probably get rid of one of these. So we're going to release Candice, and we may as well get rid of Chris Masters as well. I think we'll be able to sign both. So we'll check out the free agency. Lance Cade on the smallest contract we can get him, and Trevor Murdoch. So I know what you're thinking. Oh, these guys are kind of suck, whatever. But another tag team, we need them. So when Mercury and Nitro finish off Big Show and Kane, which seems like that's where we're headed, then we can have Cade and Murdoch step in. And I don't know. I'm guessing these guys are heels. What does it say? I don't think I can't see it. Unless I'm blind, I can't see anything. But anyways, let's have a quick look at our rivalries again. So those are still doing okay. All good there. So everything doing pretty well. Not a bad start. We are a little bit behind, but let's have a quick look. We're 10,000 viewers ahead. So we had a bad week this week, but we're still in the lead overall. So it's head-to-head. That's what I want to see. None of this three-way crap like, oh wait, SmackDown, Raw only. Head-to-head. Who's got the better show? At the moment, it's Raw. Can we hang on to our lead next week? Quick look at the Power 25 before we go. Angle moving up a spot, so he takes top spot. That's nice. Guerrero doing well. Batista's up there. We need to use Batista more. We haven't got him anything just quite yet. Him and Booker, so maybe we need to turn one of them. But it's only a couple weeks towards Backlash. Tough. Maybe we'll put Batista in the next world title feud. Whoever wins out of Angle and Undertaker. Maybe we'll do something there. I'm not sure. But you see Booker T, he's quite down there, so he's not really in that world title bracket just quite yet. Whereas Batista is definitely right up there. And we have a lot of our women down there as well. So you can see these are who are in contention. So Cena's in contention. Apparently Undertaker is not in contention right now, so he has to pick up a couple of wins, or he might even not be eligible for a shot at the pay-per-view. So RVD, he stole Undertaker's spot, so we got to get RVD the hell out of there. So maybe next week we need to play as Undertaker and get him a win and keep him in the title contention. So Cena, Van Dam, Batista, Guerrero are all the contenders right now. So that is cool. Things are looking pretty good. And that's pretty much it from me in this episode of GM Mode. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit the like button on the episode. If you want to see more GM Mode, please subscribe as well. It's the only way you can do it. And stay in touch. And make sure you don't miss an episode of 2007 General Manager Mode right here on Monday Night Raw, right here on the BrendenPlayz YouTube channel. Guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.